Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. All right, speed racer. Okay, calm down. All right, another one. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, hello everybody. This is going to be Leo, July 2025 energy forecast reading. Let's get started. As a friendly reminder, this is a timeless reading. If you would like to check out the playlist portion of this channel for your daily, monthly, yearly readings, all of that can be found in the playlist portion of this channel, all right? And for those of you who are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I post live or post. What is going on here, huh? What's with the? There's some sort of like weird energy going on. I'm gonna clear the energy again. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, no need to be nervous. Relax. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So as some of you guys know, I'm an energy reader. So it doesn't matter what sign you are. Know that you found this live stream or video at the perfect time. Okay. Yeah, so I am getting some sort of nervous energy, anxiety ridden. Somebody here feels like everybody is talking about them. Everybody is like talking bad about them. That's the thing. It's not even like somebody here is talking good about them. They're talking bad. Okay. And so as a result, I sense some sort of like time apart, time for reflection, and it does feel very stagnant. And somebody here is very insecure and in their head about everything, okay? Hello, Felix. By the way, I'm having trouble reading the comments tonight. Again, something's up in the air, so if I don't read your comment, it means I couldn't really read it. So I'm sorry. You gotta like stack them, like double comment for me to like actually see it. But somebody said hello, hi. All right. Okay, so just be mindful, okay? Everybody in the chat, please be mindful, courteous, respectful, no trolling, okay? I do have moderators, and so if they see that you're up to no good, then, you know, you're gonna get a little time out, okay? So, don't say I didn't warn you, but it should go without warning, okay? You know, we live in 2025 now, so let's just keep it respectful, okay? All right, so what I see here is, yeah, somebody, what happened? Somebody here is very sad, upset, anxiety, depression, feeling like a victim, feeling like the world is crashing on them, and like the supportive energies or whoever they thought were their support, they're not there. It's just crickets. So somebody here was hoping that their go-to support system, go-to people that they can depend on would always be there. But guess what? Guess what? Somebody here is pissed. Somebody here realized that things were not fair, things were not as they seemed, things were just in imbalance. Okay, there was some level of injustice, and somebody here, it's not like they didn't know what they were doing. Okay, like they knew what they were doing was wrong, underhanded, but they did it anyways. okay? They did it anyways. Like, it, no matter what, even if people told them, don't do that, that's not good, that's not fair, even their own conscience is like, no, don't, please. Somebody here is just like, what? I can't hear you, what? Like, mm-mm. So, as a result, you know, karma stepped in, God stepped in, and was just like, no, no. So whoever was doing the self-sabotaging, playing games with other people, and then ended up playing themselves for being like this, they justice is here. God is here and is putting things in balance. And so I see that this energy is very secluded, feeling alone, feeling like a lack of support at this time. Okay? Anything else? Okay. I mean, fortunately for this individual, even though they're in a very like low place, they're not, thankfully they do have an optimistic view. Okay, they have positivity. Okay, all right. And so and it's, but the thing is, it's directly tied to their finances. So it's just like, if finances are good, they're happy and dandy, you know? But it's like when finances are bad, they're sad and low and can't think straight, act straight, all of that. And so, what's the advice? Well, it's saying we got to keep that happiness and positivity and, you know, encouragement. Like, I see here somebody is able to be their own cheerleader, and I see that they have been in the past. Like, they're just like, you can do it, go, you can go. But we got to keep that going, whether or not the finances are in flux, you know, whether it's in fluctuating or not. That kind of demeanor, mindset, positivity, it needs to be like part of us and ingrained in us, and not be affected by outside influences. Obviously, you know, we're human, and if somebody here has a tendency to just like be in this depressive energy, when things don't go right, this is something that this energy needs to work on. Not be so affected by things, you know, whether it is in their control or not. It's talking about how something so basic and materialistic like finances. I know. I'm not here to say like finances, it doesn't have a big presence here on earth, because we do need it. We do need some level of um, stability and groundedness, especially when it comes to our finances, because we live on earth, you know, we got bills to pay and all of that. And so I understand, but it's still being firm. Like, we shouldn't let that be the end all be all. That shouldn't be the deciding factor of whether or not we should be happy. Okay, because, you know, there are rich people out there who are sad, depressed, anxiety ridden, and they have all the money in the world and they still feel lonely. Okay. Whereas we may have somebody who might not be rich, who make just, you know, enough to get by, but they're happy, grateful. And so that comparison, okay, is to show you guys it's not, it's greater, it's more than that. Okay, it's about mindset and how you carry your energy. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna clear and then ask anything else. Okay, yeah. I see here there's a lot of like burdens and some level of wanting to know the truth, etc. So let's see what we have here. What else does my viewer need to know at this time? Yeah, see? Somebody here definitely wants to, they don't want to live in a lie. Okay, I see here there was a lot of lies, deception, people pretending to be they're not, like that kind of energy. And obviously God, you know, is all about the truth, revealing the truth, exposing the truth, exposing those who have ill intentions, and punishing them if they're bad. Okay? Hey, I didn't say God was all rainbows and sunshine. God punishes. God set things right from wrong to right. God is very protective of those that, he or she, whatever. Okay, I'm not here. I'm not getting into that topic. It's energies, but God is very protective and does have favorites. God does, okay? And if somebody here has been loving, generous, giving, understanding, only for them to be met with deceit, lies, cheating, stealing, like that kind of behavior, God is like, you're out of here. You're out of here, okay? And so I do see here, though, there was somebody that came in with the truth. They didn't hide behind the bush, like they came forward. And they didn't care what happens. They didn't care what happens. All they knew was that they needed to speak their truth, and that was the motivating factor. Okay, that's what pushes them to go and do what they what they feel like is the right thing to do. And so I see here somebody who was doing a lot of like player-like behaviors, okay, being inconsistent, in and out, hot and cold, lying, like not being honest, deceitful, all of that, like their truth came to light. And I do sense some sort of relief, okay, even though their deceptive ways has been exposed, they do sense some sort of relief. And they also they realize they have some work to do. It's just like somebody has been fooling themselves. So somebody here thought that, they were so mature, understanding, loving, they know what to do, but that wasn't the reality. They were fooling themselves and others of this image that they had, but no more. Like they realize that they have a lot of work to do. They are actually immature, and that they want to grow, be better. And it's almost like, when there's this shift where somebody does get exposed like this, that person now has the free will and choice. What do you do next? Okay? Do you run, hide, not confront these things, obstacles and challenges, self-sabotaging behaviors? Do you just ignore them? Or do you face it head on and try to grow, evolve, mature, and be a better version of themselves each and every day? Okay? And so So somebody here, I do sense some sort of inspiration as a result of somebody here really standing their ground and not dealing with funny business, okay? Because they know that they don't deserve somebody who's like this. They know. Okay, so any final messages in regards to that? Okay, for those of you who are in like no contact with this person, or like there's like somebody like walked away, or there's some sort of like stagnancy within the connection, if somebody here is hoping for a reunion or a reconciliation, etc., it's just like, don't, I don't want to say don't bank on it, like don't like, you know, be like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, like it's saying walk away from that fantasy, because until this person is successful with their progression, with their maturing, until they actually work on themselves, they're coming back around the like reunion energy or union energy, like that is not going to happen. So somebody here needs to kind of like have a reality check. um yeah, because it's saying if somebody here doesn't even do the work and is expecting some to receive happiness, joy, laughter, you know, all of that is just they're fooling themselves. Okay, they really need to do the work in order for them to be worthy of experiencing those kinds of experiences. Okay, it's just like God is not messing around. God is like, there's something about balance and setting things right. And so until that is addressed, somebody here can't be truly, genuinely happy. And if this person is like, no, what are you talking about? I am happy. Everything's going, you know, fine and dandy. They're living in denial. Okay? They're fooling themselves. They're lying to themselves. And so, you know, the truth has been revealed. This person knows exactly what they need to do, which is eliminate their toxic behaviors. Okay? And third parties, there's something about like they're not able to have like a monogamous kind of thing. Like it's like like for like even if they don't cheat or what have you, perhaps they emotionally cheat, or like instead of trying to work on the connection one on one, it's they involve everybody else, and they'll just and the thing is they don't even tell them the full story or the full, you know, of what happened. Is just they just are very selective of the information that they share with others, so that of course they're going to be on their side, because they're not revealing the whole truth. And so, you know, these are all examples of, you know, somebody here is doing stuff like this. It means they're not ready. They still have a long ways to go. They still need to work on themselves. And yeah, there's something about like distraction. Somebody here has a tendency to not do the work, but instead distract themselves with people, places, or things. Okay? There's a bit of a fantasy energy that I'm picking up. And so this energy really needs to come back down to earth and be grounded and live in reality. In reality. Okay? Yeah. Wasn't this the bottom of the deck for the previous one? Okay, it's saying let go of BS. Let go of like people, places, or things that are just smoke and mirrors, in 1 minute, gone the next. And so I see somebody here is keep wasting their time, feeding into black holes, you know, wasting their time, money, energy. For what? For nothing. For absolutely nothing. They gain nothing, but instead if there is any progression, they're just going back down, like backwards here. Okay, if they keep it's kind of like, you know, if somebody's healing and they have a scab and they keep picking at it, it's just like, let it heal, let it do its thing. But it's just like, or like addiction, any sort of addiction, it's just like, you know, you're not supposed to do it, or you're supposed to minimize it, but it's just like relapsing energy. Okay, that's what it is. And so until somebody here is fully able to let things go and actually like close chapters and any toxic energies, like this is going to be just a repetitive cycle that this person is not going to be able to escape or get out of. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the spinny spin portion. So by the time I finish the spinny spin portion, if we have 3 more likes, I'm going to do all signs. Okay, so that's 12, essentially 12 additional messages you can get with a collective effort, you know. All right, so I don't know, 1, I don't know, 2, I don't know. Career. Okay, so somebody here wants to know more about their career. Okay, so what is going on? Okay, I see here, you know, in the past, the finances definitely could have been better. Okay, somebody here either like lost a job or reduced in pay or just unemployed or something like that. There's some sort of financial upset or not feeling like they make enough or something like that. And so finances were a bit rocky. It felt like a roller coaster ride in the past. And definitely like in the recent past, I'm getting it hasn't they weren't happy. Okay, somebody here wasn't happy with their finances, and it really affected their self-esteem, self-worth, because you know, just like how we started out the reading, somebody here is associating their worth and all of that based on, you know, what they have, their assets, finances, you know, all of that. And I see here currently somebody here is like being very particular and choosy about either how they make their money or what they're willing to do to make their money, etc. And so even if like a good thing came by, like somebody here won't take it. So I do sense some sort of missed opportunity, or like, you know, it was like so close, but it didn't end up materializing because at the end of the day, somebody here was not happy with, you know, how things were headed, or like where I feel like somebody didn't give their 110%. Somebody here was just kind of a little bit standoffish, actually. Somebody here felt like, you know, they deserved better, they deserved more, that kind of energy, okay? Hi, let's. I cannot read your comments, but I do see the thumb. I can't read them right now. I don't. This is a little covered by. It's acting a little. What's a little paper thing? Uh, it's it's being covered, but I did see a thumbs up, so thank you. Okay, but remember, you guys, I need 3 more likes if you want me to, if you would like to hear 12 additional messages with the all signs portion. Okay, and so what I see here, yeah, so somebody here was perhaps even like being standoffish or something like that, feeling like, oh, it wasn't enough, or, you know, they could do better and stuff like that. And I'll get to the advice. I'll get to the advice, okay? But I see here in your future energies, somebody here is very talented, okay? All right, no. Okay, the person that I can't even like read the rest of it. But if you're gonna be a troll, please not, please not. Okay, yeah, I. Mm, mm. Okay, I'm actually a community partner, so I'm actually they love me. Okay, so YouTube actually likes me, loves collaborating with me, and is very supportive of me. And so for those trolls in here, okay, I don't appreciate it. And guess what? It's called karma. It's called God. And so if you're in here being a distraction, no. But if you want to actually sit in and if you want to actually learn something, you're more than welcome to stay. All I ask is that you be respectful and not be a liar, a deceit. Okay? I don't like that. And you shouldn't like that either for yourself. Okay? All right. So I'll give you a warning. All right? I'm not going to kick you out. I'm not going to block you or anything like that. I'm going to let you stay. But I don't want to see that behavior again. All right. So so I see here somebody here is very talented, like very like something about them. Perhaps they're an artist, creator, writer. I'm getting somebody here who's very talented, okay? And it's encouraging this energy to do what they love. There's something about like somebody here, instead of doing what they love and what they're passionate about, they're they're settling for just the pay, what looks good, what the title looks good, or like, all of that. And so that's one of the reasons why it's not working out for this individual, because they're not being true to themselves, and yeah, self-sabotaging. Like, don't do that, okay? All right, so additional advice. We just need one more like. I'm almost done with this portion, so. All right. Okay, so so the advice here is, okay, there is something to be said about okay, it keeps talking about distraction. Somebody here is distracting themselves and not being focused. And so until somebody here is able to focus and actually go for what they want, okay, somebody here is being indulgent. They're just like, whether that is with food, people, connections, like just doing whatever is comfortable, okay? Whatever, it's they're not challenging themselves to go for what they want. They're not being courageous. And so the advice here is do what you love, okay? Hello, Donald. So I'm having that same issue as like a couple other times where I can't really read all of the comments for this live stream. So hopefully the next one I won't do this. I don't know. This is definitely, maybe I should bring it up to them. Just be like, hey guys, I'm having issues. Oh. Anyways, so yeah, it's just really is keep pushing on the fact that like it's do what you love, because when you do what you love, then it won't feel like you're working. Yeah, there's going to be, you do have to put in work, but at least you'll be enjoying it because you're passionate about it and like this is what you want to do. And guess what? If somebody here is true to that, money will come along with it too. You know, that's the thing. And I see here there may be more possibilities and flexibility by doing something you love. Okay. All right, I need just one more like in 10 seconds, and then I'm going to do the all signs if we get one more like. So ready? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. One more like. 2, 1. I guess we didn't make it. Okay? And so, you know, that's it. Some people take their shot, take their chance, go after what they want, and some people don't. They just stand by idly and don't do anything. And so, you know, we reap what we sow. And I want, I even this channel is, I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're just one away. All right, I'm just gonna do it for you. No. Okay, so it is what it is. All right, so thank you so much for those who watch. I appreciate you. Okay, okay, I'll do. Damn, I am too nice. No, just kidding. I'll do one more spinning spin. I'm not gonna do a 12 all signs. That's 12 additional messages you could have had if one more person liked this video, but you guys reap what you sow. But because I am nice, I will do one more spinny, which is just one more message. All right. So 1 and a 2 and a spirit. All right. Oh, spirit wants to talk to you. Oh. Okay. What do you want to tell them? All right. Oh. God is mad at you. Ooh. Just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. All right, let's see. Oh. Okay. All right. So God wants to say, so God sees somebody. God sees somebody that has the potential to achieve great things. Okay, somebody who has the ability to be grounded. Hello, 8. A heads up. I can't see the full comments unless they're like stacked on top of each other. It's covered because of the title for some reason. But anyway, so God here sees somebody with great potential. Okay, this person has the potential to be grounded and like focused, loving, nurturing. Somebody here really does have the potential to be the full package in a sense, okay? But I use the word potential, right? So that means they're not at this place at this time. And God is upset. Dare I say angry, okay? And God is upset, okay? God is upset because God sees so much potential and all of that, but somebody here is just playing themselves, delaying their blessings because they can't be true to themselves, okay, and others. And so they're self-sabotaging, they're being deceitful, they're pretending to be somebody they're not, and God is like, no, like God is actually sick and tired of seeing this because it when God sees this energy, God is seeing the devilish behavior, somebody who is not operating out of love and genuine and honesty and in God's energy, but instead in the devil's energy. So God is very upset. Okay. Hello, everybody. For those who's joining in, hi, welcome. Okay. And so it's like God is saying, like, you know, God wants to bless this person with all of these like happiness and abundance and connections that is like connections that is like connections that is like fulfilling and abundant and has value. Like God wants to be like, here, like this is all for you, and like this is everything you can have, and all the blessings and stuff like that, and the thing is, God gives people free will because God doesn't want to force somebody to love him. Okay? God doesn't want to force others to love him. No. It's gotta be their choice, their conscious decision of wanting to do it because they know it's the right thing to do, and it's because they're loyal to God. And so it's like it doesn't matter how much like blessings and opportunities that God sends. Hi, as mentioned, like I can't read all of the messages, but I see a hi. But so God is like sending all of these blessings, but it's being rejected due to selfish, toxic, low vibrational, and devilish tendencies. Okay? Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say? Okay. God is saying, God hasn't given up on you. Okay? God hasn't given up, but God is very disappointed of what has happened in the past and leading up to this point. God is upset. And so, but God hasn't given up. God saw potential, right? God still sees potential. But it's like somebody here is just wanting to be stuck in the same place, doesn't want to grow. And that sucks for God to see, for a lack of a better term. God doesn't want to see that. It's just like God wants to see, his children like thriving and happy and living their best life in truth and honesty. Okay? And not in deceit and low vibrational energies. Okay, that's the devil. Devil wants you to do that. Devil wants you to do that. But not God. No. And so God is saying, it's not too late. It's what we do here right now. This is it. This is your free will, free choice. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna ignore, turn the other cheek? I can't hear you. Or are you gonna be like, yeah, God, yeah, I'm not gonna give up either. Like, thank you for believing in me, and like, thank you for like trusting in me, and like, And so somebody here really needs to get that confidence back, okay? And turn their back on devilish behaviors that has not treated them, for their highest good. So this is the deciding point, okay? This is the deciding point. If you're going to do it, why wait? Same for, the liking thing. Why wait? We surpassed what our original intention was, our original goal right now. But it wasn't met in a timely fashion. It was prolonged. It was, you know, some like they knew that it was so easy. It was so, at the end of the day, it was so easy to do, but somebody here held back, was stubborn, felt like, oh, I'm going to do things in my own time. Well, the thing is, your own time is your own time. If you want to prolong your happiness, if you want to continue to do things, that is your choice. But God is saying, why wait? Why wait? What are you waiting for? The world is going to spin. People are going to come and go. The seasons will change. Time will pass you no matter what. But are you going to let it pass you? Or are you going to grab it by the horns and just go for it? And so it's really saying be careful. Another tip is be careful who you surround yourself with, because not everybody has your best interests. They don't. Some people want to keep this energy stuck and make them be unhappy and in a low place just like them. Okay? Because misery loves company, right? And so, okay? So just be mindful. Be mindful. Okay? All right? So that's what I have for you. You're more than welcome to check out the playlist portion of the channel for all of the content from your tarot todays to monthlies, yearly readings. Feel free to check that out. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I post new content or